Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Nintacos, where we talk about Nintendo. My name is Senor Taco, and I'm joined by the lovely Stego Chick, as well as, you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Daddy P17.
And I'm the best.
So, today, we're gonna be covering the Zelda Direct that actually came out today in the morning. We tried doing something earlier, and unfortunately, it didn't work. So we're trying again with everybody here. Well, most people. Unfortunately, some of our members from the co-op crew weren't able to make it, but it is what it is. So we're gonna be reacting and potentially looking at little details here and there within the video. So without further ado, let's get started. Let me see if I can. There we go.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Let's go.
Eiji Aonuma, producer of the Legend of Zelda series. First, I have some news. Development on The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is now complete. Thank you very much for waiting.
So it's done.
Here we
Many
go.
of you are looking forward to this game, and we've released a few trailers so far. Although it'll just be a brief glimpse, I'm going to actually play the game for you all today and show you what it's like. Okay, let's begin. Here we are in the land of Hyrule.
Link and his mullet.
Dude,
Like
he
the
looks,
Legend of Zelda
he looks
Breath of the
rocking.
Wild, there's a vast world.
Rocking.
Of course, it's not just the same world as is. It's changed in many ways.
I noticed he has a little
All of the changes today
coordinates at the bottom now.
out of time, so we hope you'll seek them out for yourself when the game launches. In this game, the vast world of Hyrule reaches high into the sky. You'll notice some landmasses floating up there. We call them Sky Islands.
Sky high.
That's right.
You're probably wondering something. How do you get to the Sky Islands when they're so high up? If we take a look, oh, something's falling from the sky.
I'm gonna use Rivali's Gale, dude.
Do you see it?
Get up there real quick.
I wonder what that is. Let's head over to it.
What is that? Someone's taking a massive shit.
Whoa.
Yeah, look at the toilet, dude. It's a giant toilet.
Someone dropped off it.
Okay.
They're like, we got to get rid of this stuff somehow.
Climb on the toilet, dude.
It's rewind time.
This power is known as recall.
Ah, that's hot. That's hot.
That's hot.
I just used recall on the fallen rock. I can now rise into the sky.
Look at his Greek sandals.
Closer to the Sky Islands.
He's a Greek god,
Let's
man.
use the paraglider to reach it. There are a few
I do
other
like that little
in here too.
dive.
That dive gets you in so much trouble in the games, though. Oh my god.
There are lots of ways to reach the Sky Islands, so we hope you'll try a few different methods.
I don't want to spoil it.
You got a freaking dragon in the background.
On a slightly bigger Sky Island.
Dragon.
Just like on the surface, there are several man-made structures. Some trees are also growing here. You won't see many of those yellow trees on the surface, though. Let's walk around for a bit.
Yggdrasil.
There's a branch on the ground. When you find something like this, you should pick it up. It might come in handy later. Let's continue. Oh, something's there. This is a brand new enemy called a construct. We'll fight it using the branch we just picked up. Ah, the branch broke. Not good, not good. Quick,
Not good. Not good.
and
Did it break into two branches, or am I tripping?
Bad, bad, bad.
moving on.
I think they were just branches on the floor, maybe.
We've now explored more of this Sky Island. As expected, fighting with just a branch won't get us very far. Also, this branch is almost broken. So here's another one of Link's new abilities. If we use this branch and the rock over here, and
Boulder.
do this
The boulder.
put them together, we created a makeshift hammer. This
Yeah,
is
that's gonna be useful.
can stick objects together to create new weapons with various effects. Let's
I-
take on another construct with this fused weapon.
I love how the rock like shrinks, dude.
We're dealing with
Yeah.
Look at it. It's all tiny now.
It's fused.
Fucking yeet.
the weapon's attack is improved. The other branch broke, but this weapon has much better durability. You can do all sorts of things by experimenting with the fusibility.
A long stick.
You can fuse two
So
weapons,
not
for
in
example.
charge.
If we take this long stick and fuse it with a pitchfork, we can create a weapon with a much longer attack range.
Longer pitchfork.
Yeah.
Hmm.
With this,
I
we
wonder
don't
how
have
many
to get
weapons
too
you can
close to
fucking, like,
enemies, and
make.
we can safely
Yeah, how
attack
many
from a
like you can
distance.
combine together, you know?
Probably a good amount, dude.
You can also fuse arrows with materials in your inventory. For instance, try fusing this leaf to an arrow.
Stick this leaf on arrow.
Use an ice elemental material to an arrow and
I hate that he
you can
didn't
freeze
show.
far away
Oh,
enemies. Very useful.
damage.
Very useful.
Let's see. There's a bird flying around. If you're out hunting, you might feel that aiming with an arrow is too difficult.
This is pretty lit.
Apparently, my eyes can't track fast-moving objects as of late, so my shots rarely land. So, at times like these,
Poor Edgy's getting old, man.
here's an eyeball you can get by defeating monsters.
We don't talk about these
Fuse it
things.
to an arrow and... Look,
Bruh.
it's homed in on the target.
That's just dope as fuck.
Let's try this on another bird.
Poor bird, man.
You gotta eat.
I'll just fire in that
I'm
channel.
vegan.
It's very simple. Depending on what you stick
What kind of
together,
poultry is
the
this?
fusibility could also be
Like,
beneficial.
this tastes a little salty. Did you get this at the beach?
Used a mushroom to my shield. Now, you're probably wondering if this has any use.
What the fuck?
This mushroom is actually a pop shroom. Let's
A what?
fight an enemy with this.
Pup shroom.
I blocked with the shield.
You can't
there's
see
smoke now.
me.
The enemy's lost sight of Link, so attack. Even if you struggle with combat, you can take down enemies using similar methods. In the previous game, you usually get powerful weapons by defeating strong enemies. But in this game, using even the weakest weapon with something else could turn it into a useful weapon.
It's a lit roller.
Gameplay options for sticking things together. Let me demonstrate. Some of the Sky Islands even have rivers. We'll want to cross this one, but swimming across it, well, the river's too wide for that. We need a boat. Of course, there isn't anything that resembles a boat around here.
Do
So,
you see the boat?
lift up this log and attach it to a second log?
This is probably my favorite aspect of this.
Dos.
Bring this
Dos
over here
troncos.
and attach a third log.
It's just because I like Roblox so much. So
Mhm.
Another ability called Ultra Hand. Even though the logs are currently
Ultra
arranged,
hand.
they can be detached. Let's modify the shape of the
Why
raft.
is it sticky though?
You can
The
always
goop.
attach things or detach them like this.
I don't know, man. This
Now,
kind of
if
looks
you
like
put
real life
this on the
Minecraft.
water, it's made of wood, so the buoyancy will keep it afloat.
Hyrule Minecraft.
Yeah.
We've made a simplified.
How
version
cool
of
would
a
that should
boat.
be, right? You make a Minecraft of like
However,
Legend of
it
Zelda.
won't move in its current state, so we'll need something to
Mojang
propel
is
it
like
forward.
sweating.
That's I mean, that's kind of what I felt like Breath of the Wild was though.
There's something here.
Wait, I
Let's
think there's an
try to
actual like a
make it.
kid that's like making a fucking like the whole Legend of Zelda map
It's blowing wind.
in Minecraft.
Yes, yes, it's pretty crazy.
We found a fan. Why don't we try attaching it?
He's a fan.
He's a fan. Fuck ass nigga.
We'll attach another one. This should make the boat well balanced.
But you need a sail.
Not when
It's
you
so
got some
sticky.
fans.
They're attached. All right, let's try.
I didn't even notice the stickiness when I first watched it.
Hey, it's moving. It's sailing pretty fast with the
So,
working fans.
One
It is
thing
like
that I
little
noticed,
quads.
by the way,
Since we added 2 fans,
is
The battery.
no. The more fans it has, the faster it drains the battery.
Bro, the battery dies fast as shit.
most recent trailer.
This next one he shows died like in 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's got like four fans on it.
In the game from the start. Instead, you'll be able to freely craft them on your own.
Yeah, I'm curious if how they're
All
gonna
sorts of objects you'll come across in this game. And depending on
How they're
Is
gonna
it the
s-
fans though,
imagination,
or is
you
it
can
the
do a lot with them.
goo?
No, I
So
think it's the
try
fans.
I
crafting
think it's the
different
fans,
things
but
at your leisure.
Yeah, watch. Look at that. That shit gone.
yeah.
He just drops out of the sky.
I'm
My
I'm wondering
bad.
I'm wondering how they're gonna subvert that.
Okay, watch
If they're
this.
gonna give you like a generator or something,
It's
or
gonna be a
if-
power up, dude.
or is yeah,
Like,
like a
No,
power up,
it's
like your
gonna be
stamina.
like your stamina, yeah.
Through the ceiling.
Would you
This
like
new
more
ability is called
goo?
Ascend. If you're in a place with a ceiling,
Goomy.
ooh,
This is
Did
why.
Link lose an
it's
arm?
so
Why?
long.
Why is it all like roboed?
That's a good question. I didn't even notice that.
what's great about
His
this
arm?
ability
Yeah.
dude, that came out in like the first trailer, guys. Have you guys not been keeping up?
Mm-mm.
Let's go.
They cut it off or what?
with a
This is
No,
the
I think it's
This is a taco's job.
Ganon got to his arm.
Here,
Like in the first trailer, you see like Ganon like trying to
What was
grab his
that?
arm. I think the thing in the back, like
Yeah.
a little wiggly thing.
keep going. Okay, we emerge
Okay.
up the hill. In the previous game, you had to use stamina to climb a mountain.
Link is
But in this game,
is
if
Jesus.
there's a mountain with a
He
cave like
swims
this
through
one,
land.
you can now get to the
Say Link is Jesus.
all the way up. Here's another example. Imagine you're stuck in a cage. If it's got a ceiling, you know what to do, right?
You're stuck in a cage. I think they're giving us hints here.
There's another
That thing was sweeping in that
It
cave,
seems
by
to
the
be
way.
strange, but
Whatever it was.
It was probably one of these
some
guys.
enemies are equipped with
But it
fused
didn't look
weapons,
like
so
him, and
the
it was
battle
just
will play
sweeping.
out a
Like
bit
it didn't
different
care
than
about
previous.
Link.
What did he call them? Constructs or something?
Ah,
Yeah.
it blew me away with wind.
Ah.
Looks like it's got some sort of fan.
Stop.
Stop.
Yeah, it's cold.
Oh my god.
I have allergies, you fuck.
Well, let's just return to the surface.
That's fine.
You can quickly descend from the sky to the surface like this.
There's a tower or something on the mini map over there.
You mean
Imagine-
my god.
And like
You'll be able
Link's
to look
face is like
across the land.
people who
Yeah.
skydive.
Search destinations that pique your interest.
So
Your destination.
is this the same map as the first game?
No, well, yes, but no, they changed it.
I mean, but like it's the same
Ish.
layout,
Yeah.
and then they just added a bunch of sky shit,
Yeah,
and they kind of
Let's
changed a
show
little
some
bit of it.
things to show
So
you.
so it's basically like different Fortnite seasons.
yeah.
Okay, I understand now.
What did you think? Some of Link's new abilities were updated from the previous game. I'm sure some of you watching me play were thinking, wait, if you could do that, then maybe you could do this too. In this game, you can do a lot of things just by thinking about it. There's still a lot of new gameplay, mysteries, and encounters we couldn't show today, but they're all jam-packed into this unfamiliar Hyrule, and we hope you'll use your imagination.
Look at the drip though.
That's all for today.
Dude,
Thank you.
He's matching
really
with the
good for his
controller, by
age,
the way.
man, yeah.
He's got money. What?
He's got money. Shit.
Okay. Okay.
The smooth jazz.
Tears of the King, Dom.
Everybody clap. Beautiful.
Thought we were doing the Switch thing.
Ooh.
Hey, wait, I didn't even see this.
All right, for $500, don't forget
Effect
you can get
added.
your own collector's edition.
Oh, I don't get the effect.
And I said, look at my mullet.
Is this gonna be the Switch Pro or is this just the regular
Yeah,
Switch?
no, it's just OLED.
Where's the Pro at, man?
So,
A lot of people were mad that they dropped this because they were like, well, I mean, you're just gonna make a new.
Yeah, literally. Collectors.
The other reason people were mad is that it doesn't come with the game.
What?
It's the first one that does not include the game.
What the
that-
fuck is that? Nah, I'm not buying that shit.
Yeah.
you must not be a real Zelda fan then.
Nah,
Yeah,
I'm
we
not a-
bought it, dude.
Not a
We already fucking
capitalist
pre-ordered
fan.
that shit.
Yeah, we pre-ordered it already.
Oh, you guys are
Fucking kidding me?
disgusting. Bro,
You guys
literally,
have like 5 Switches already. Stop. Just
Nah.
stop.
what'd you guys think?
I dug it. I thought it was freaking awesome, man. Like hands down, I was just blown away. and I really like the whole like fusing aspect of like, the weapons. First of all, I'm wondering like how many weapons you can fuse together,
Mhm.
and like what all you can make, man. Because like if you think about it, back to the original like Breath of the Wild game, like there were so many things that people got away with in that game, and the liberty that they had was great, but not as much as this.
Yeah. So basically, they showed off what 4 main things.
Give or take, yeah.
I mean, besides Link's drip, obviously he's Greek god sandals.
Yeah, well,
No, but they showed off what there was. The first thing was the fusion. No, the
It was the stick.
it was the toilet. They
Okay,
showed
it
us-
was the fact that there's stuff.
it was the rewind. It was the rewind.
yeah,
But there's the rewind.
So there's the obviously they showed off the sky high whatever, and then they showed off the rewind. They showed off the fuse. They showed off the ultra hand, and then what was awesome?
they showed off
rewind.
the switch. Like,
And the switch. Yeah, that doesn't come with the game.
Well,
Yeah.
you also got, I guess, the skydiving aspect that it really allows you to go anywhere, quote unquote.
yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna make traversal a little easier. Oh, and the ascend. Yeah.
yeah.
So you got basically four new abilities that they showed off, which is cool because the other ones were getting. I mean, well, from the first game you had what were those? The freeze or whatever. The
Bombs, the
There's-
freeze,
yeah,
the
bombs, the
Stage-
freeze,
Magnetize.
magnetize, and something else. But yeah, so that's cool. I have personal thoughts about it.
Oh boy, here we go.
I j- am I always the one that just talks shit or what? No, I just don't feel like I don't really feel like Link in this game, you know? No, I think I don't know. We're gonna be back in the same, basically the same place as Breath of the Wild, except it's terraformed differently and there's gonna be a lot of sky mountains. But if it's gonna, to me, it just feels like it's gonna just be an extension of the first game.
Well, here's the thing. At least from my understanding and what's been like said, this is a prequel to the Breath of the Wild game.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the same Link just before the 100 years before, like what
Got
Yeah.
you.
before the catalyst of the events.
Before he was awokened.
Yeah, this is like Link Go Mimis,
Yeah. Oh, so it's gonna end with him going
Prob-
Mimis.
Maybe, yeah, probably.
Okay. Well,
Because it's the same
Um,
Zelda, it's the same Link. Like it is sort of the same game in that sense because it's the pre.
well, I think all the mechanics, like the core mechanics from the first game, because like I mean, Nintendo in general has a history of kind of like every new iteration they add in they change the mechanics somehow. Like Mario, every different series or whatever is like a whole new style of gaming. Like the way you play Sunshine is different from how you play Galaxy. The way you play Galaxy, the way you play all these games are different from each other. And same with the Legend of Zelda games. The way you play Link Between Worlds is vastly different from the way you play Skyward Sword or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So like, but like these two are just like, I don't know. It's gonna feel like this. It's gonna feel like I'm doing the same thing
I don't know.
over
Link,
again.
Link Between Worlds and A Link to the Past, kind of, they're.
Oh yeah, but that was such a fresh game with being able to like become a painting and like go into the other world and whatever.
Would you say Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask were relatively similar or no?
Yeah, I would say relatively, but
But they were different to a certain.
the whole
point.
world felt differently, so that's why I think it's kind of separated in my opinion.
But the whole it was still in the same like.
It was in the same style, yeah.
Yeah. So they changed something, and the same thing with like A Link to the Past and A Link Between Worlds. It was the same world as A Link to the Past, but the style was different.
Yeah.
So there was something there that was still the same though, and that's the same thing with this game.
Yeah,
Like,
but
you're
it
in the
was
same world. You're the same style or whatever, but the world is different.
But you had a whole different mechanic of the moon coming down, crashing down. So it was like, it was like it just changed the whole way you played the game
Did you
compared
not?
to.
At least from my understanding, the moon crashing down is happening all the time now. The blood moon always is like happening.
No, I'm just saying specifically from
Oh,
Ocarina
okay,
of
sorry.
Time to Majora's
Excuse me.
Mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the moon was crashing down. So the way you played Ocarina of Time, and the way you play Majora's Mask is kind of like it's a different mindset you put yourself in. Where this one is going to be like, I just don't want to get fatigue over. I'm going back and it's like, okay, Breath of the Wild again. You know.
You can't get fatigued from
Well,
Breath of
now-
the Wild.
I
Now
don't-
again, nah, you definitely. I did, but
Same though, because he relied so heavily on like the Sheikah slate to get like the beasts in Breath of the Wild, where this isn't a thing.
Yeah, the
like,
Sheikah
that
Slate.
he's gonna use.
The Sheikah Slate is like right here in this that hand that we were talking about.
yeah.
That's where his powers come from.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
wait. What happened to it? How did he get his arm back then?
I don't know.
How did he lose his
Oh,
arm? What do you mean?
Because you need to figure it out.
What's the
What
the
if it's
lore?
still his arm? What if it's just part of like
He just
Ganon
got new gear.
is like
You got a nice
No.
mech sleeve.
I so I
no,
think
like it's possessed.
they said like in the previous trailer to this, Zelda was speaking to somebody and told that person that person had to help Link.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that Fi's gonna be back in this game, and so is Midna, or one of the two.
It's more Midna to me than it is B, whatever you want to call her.
Yeah, and the reason being is because Fi or Fi or whatever you want to call her
B5
is literally the yeah
The sword.
is literally the Master Sword. And Midna, there was a figure if you I don't know,
Spoilers.
it was a figure in the background, man. Like you kind of saw it back there in one of the like previous trailers, where it looked like when Midna turned into that giant
Well,
beast.
The music in some of the trailers, or one of the trailers, is really reminiscent of
Twilight Princess.
Twilight Princess. Well, I don't know. I mean, it looks cool. It looks. I like the fact that they're adding in new systems. I just don't want
Your fear.
my fear is that I'm gonna start playing and then feel like I'm literally just playing Breath of the Wild again, just with newer, updated systems.
Well, I guess you'll just have to purchase the game and find out.
I think this. I think the story is gonna be good though. I never doubt Nintendo for their writing ability, and even Breath of the Wild. Like it took me a while to get kind of hooked into Breath of the Wild. I started like 4 times before it actually got me, and then once like I actually got looped into it, I was like, okay, this is a pretty good story and everything.
See, I feel like a lot of people who were expecting, funny enough, like a Zelda game out of Breath of the Wild, they had that issue of like I had to restart it and restart it and restart it until you kind of like gave in to what Breath of the Wild was intended to be.
Mm-hmm.
And then people enjoyed it when they were like, okay, once I like stopped boxing it in with, you know what, Breath of the Wild is my screen.
Is my Scream? The movie Scream? I see what you're saying.
So what?
Don't
what
box it into its genre. It is what it's doing, what it's doing,
Yeah.
and it's different than.
one other thing regarding that is like Breath of the Wild did do something different, right? Like it completely revamped the whole story. But with this game in particular, if you look at like stuff that Nintendo has released, not including the the trailers and stuff, I'm talking about like you like deep dive into like Nintendo, look at their like Instagram and or whatever that they post, you can see that they're actually creating this game where you know how like in Breath of the Wild you had a bunch of little mini dungeons throughout the shrines, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this game you have that as well, not as many, but you have more of the larger like temples like you did in the original Zelda games, you know. So they're kind of bringing it back home to what it was and bringing the good aspects of Breath of the Wild into it as well. So it's kind of a blend of both worlds.
Okay. Well, that makes me feel a little better.
Yeah.
Because I did miss like the big dungeons and temples they had in the older games.
Yeah, so I,
But-
don't know, I think it like it's just time will tell with this game. But as for visuals and how I personally see it, I think it looks fantastic. I think that the aspect of like the powers that you get, the aspect of like fusing, and I guess you can also like your weapons, you can like customize them now.
Oh, that was another thing I was gonna bring up was, do you think this is gonna be a fault of the weapon system now? Because now that you can kind of fuse anything and just make your own weapons, do you think like
No,
it's like no point of even giving me a strong weapon? Like I'm not gonna use that shit.
So here's the thing, you can heal your weapons up again,
Okay.
right? You can go and like fix them up again so that they're at full health, and you can customize them. So like using like I don't know like what materials or whatever, you can like say you have a really cool fucking like weapon or whatever, and you want the blade to be blue,
Mm.
you can like dye that shit blue.
Okay.
Oh, so like they did with the clothing in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
You could just dye whatever like set of clothing that you collected.
And the best part is you get to wear shoes this time.
Mm. Well,
What I
you
really
can-
needed.
Yeah, so you
I'm
weren't
sold.
able to- yeah, so beforehand you can like change your clothing and all of that. By the way, all of the previous clothing is gonna be in this game.
Well, of course.
Do I have the
Yeah.
Travis Scotts or no?
All of them, dude. All of it.
Sick.
That's right. That's right.
Do I get the motorcycle again though?
Potentially.
Well, you get like whatever vehicle you want to make, I guess.
Yeah, you fucking make the motorcycle yourself, dude.
That's true.
Can I use wheels to my horse?
To a penguin?
Ooh,
Can I put a fan on a penguin?
valid question.
Fly! You can finally fly, little pengu.
Finds a Korok, sticks a fan on him, like, let's go.
Hey man, he's always wanted to experience that. Okay, yeah, well, that was the only thing, like, that was one of my questions, was like, but if you can reforge your weapons and heal them up, then that does change things. But it was in the vein of like, okay, if all my weapons keep breaking, what's the point of you using it? I'm gonna just grab a stick. I'm gonna grab a long stick and a boulder, and that's all I'm gonna use because it's like right next to me all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Older.
Uh,
No, yeah. So you're gonna keep your broken weapons. They're not just gonna disappear. At least from what I'm understanding,
Mm.
you're gonna be able to keep those weapons, and you're gonna be able to heal them up to use again. So you decide what you want to get rid of,
Where are you
and
getting that from?
from various sources on the internet.
Very sources.
I don't want to disclose, but
Shit, he got secret sources. It's Nintakos, man.
that's right. And you gotta know what's up.
Okay. I was like, did I miss something in what we just watched? Because I don't know where you're getting this info from. But
The ascend is gonna be cool because it's gonna help traversal a lot more, which is
I like
nice.
that they also give more purpose to the monster parts in this one.
Mm,
Like you kind of just collected like a bunch, and I mean you could use
Mhm.
them for certain things in Breath of the Wild, but otherwise I just had excess of
yeah, monster parts all the
organs
time.
So-
on me.
Yeah, for real.
So the sources that I'm getting this from is actually if I recall correctly, it was a leak that appeared on I think 4chan like a week before today, and it basically showed everything that was gonna be appearing on this on the
Mhm.
video. It said everything that was gonna be on the video and then some. So mind you, take everything I said as a grain of salt, because it could be completely fake, and and
Yeah.
Tacos could his
Oh,
whole thing might not be real.
No,
It's all
leaks historically are pretty accurate, low key.
But this whole video like came out fantastic. Like regarding the leak, it kind of said everything that was gonna happen and the way that it was gonna happen, and then on top of that, they added that little extra bit of information of things that were not necessarily shown in the video, but extra things.
And the last thing was, what's your new system that you're most excited for?
The new system that I'm most excited for.
Yeah, like the new abilities that he gets, whatever. What's the one that you think you're gonna use the most?
The Jesus one.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah.
probably.
Rise.
And that makes like
Rise.
makes traveling so much easier, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Skip?
I feel like that fuse God hand thing is gonna be probably the
Wait. That's two different ones. There's
Well,
Ultra Hand and Fuse.
Oh, I guess Fuse then. I guess Fuse
Okay.
is going to be the thing that kind of solidifies a lot of people's gameplay here. I think a lot of people are going to rely on that mechanic the most, just because
I
it's,
think so too.
you could build a boat, you could build a, you could build a jet, you could do this, you could do
No.
that.
You're still
Rocket.
confusing the two. Fuses for the weapons and stuff. Ultra Hands for the fans and the.
Then it's the Ultra Hand. Then.
Okay.
Like,
That's the one-
Like at that point, you're going to be able to literally take two boulders and build your own like staircase. You're going to be able to just do a lot of things with that.
Yeah. I wonder what the max is like. How many things can you keep stacking? Can you just stack forever?
Yeah, dude. As long as you got the coop.
Like, who needs the rewind if I can just stack all these boulders and make a staircase for myself?
That's
Well,
what
I
I'm
mean,
like, what
Something
are-
falling from the sky is a little different than making a staircase.
they only showed that as a reason to use the rewind, but now I'm wondering, like, how often are you actually going to use, like, what
Mhm.
ways are they working that into the game?
Can't-
It's kind of interesting.
Yeah, like I mean, that sure there's falling boulders or whatever.
I think that'll probably be the least used one.
You think
Like,
Just
an
'cause-
enemy runs up on you and you just rewind them so they just like run
Well,
back.
Yeah, because you can't like rewind encounters or anything, right? It's only like
I think it's only objects that have
It's
done
only
a specific
objects.
motion. Yeah.
so.
Well, maybe like
so maybe-
if you mess up by blowing something up or doing something
Yeah.
wrong, then you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh, whoops, let's just go
Yeah, you
back."
can rewind that, or you can instigate objects to do certain things, and then you rewind that to. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it could make sense. You know what I mean? Like,
You
it's
never
just,
know. That's what I'm saying. That's exciting about
Or
it.
like
is
say-
how are they making us use or letting us use rewind in the game that would make it worthwhile?
so, like for example, you have a bridge, right? And you have an enemy coming at you. You blow the bridge up, the enemy falls, and then you use rewind, and the bridge is
Mm.
back up, and then you
Yeah.
run through it. Like,
Yeah,
there,
for
I
sure.
don't know if you saw that there was a dragon on one of the bridges in the previous, like one of the previous
Yeah.
The wagon.
three-headed dragon or whatever.
Yeah.
Cerberus.
Yes.
Yeah.
Serber dragon. Dragon rest.
Yeah.
Serber
Cerberdurger.
Like
Um,
that could potentially be one of those cases where you blow up a bridge or whatever and then bring it back and
Yeah.
rehome.
Yeah, I think I'm most excited for the Ultra Hand one. Because the fuse is cool. I just think like with knowing about the weapons now, I'm probably gonna pick like 2 weapons that I use mainly, 2 or 3 weapons that I'm just gonna stick with all the time, and then the Ultra Hand's gonna be dope just because I like building stuff. So I'll be like, I'm gonna make this shit fucking fly right now. Fuck it.
That's right.
I want to see what the leaf on the arrow does.
They
Like,
teased you.
Leaf on an arrow, and then it was like, or freeze an enemy. I was like, I'm sorry, what's the leaf gonna do?
Probably shoots like a big ass whirlwind or tornado or something.
It'd be so freaking cool though. Like
Yeah.
that's the combinations of how you could mess things up
Yeah.
in this game with
Or
your new
influence
abilities
things.
is like
And that was the other gripe that kind of played into the Breath of the Wild, or my fear about it being Breath of the Wild 2.0
Yeah.
was just that I was like, okay, I hope they're not just trying to make this like just this a Zelda sandbox where like okay, just roam and do stuff, but I don't know. I think I have faith. I'll trust.
Well, we'll see. I mean, like I said, only time will tell. You know what I mean? Well,
no,
personally,
it seems like this one has more intended for you than Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild was like, hey, we've done this thing, go and explore this. And now they know that like people like it, but they've had feedback from Breath of the Wild, like, well, we missed the temples, this isn't a Zelda game. Like, I think that they've listened. They don't typically treat Zelda like they do with Pokemon.
Mhm.
Yeah, no,
People complain
they
and
take-
complain, and they're like, well, you get the next Pokemon next
Game
year,
freak.
Yeah.
and you're gonna buy it anyways, so just shut up and give me your money.
they take their time with Zelda. So I mean,
Yeah.
what? It's been like 6 years now, since 6 or 7 years since Breath of the Wild came out.
5, 6, something like that.
Like that.
2017,
2017. Yeah, 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm just a little skeptical because I know there's some games too, like Shadow of Mordor. I don't know if you ever played those Lord of the Ring games.
No, but I'd like to.
They're pretty fun, but the thing with Shadow of what was the first one?
Mordor, and then War was the second.
Yeah, War. So the first one was really good. It was really clean cut and like concise. And then the second one, they just like they got all the systems that they previously had and they just like updated them and revamped their systems. And they're like, okay, you have all this freedom to do a bunch of stuff in this world. But it was like the story and everything was kind of lackluster. So it's kind of like, ugh, I don't even want to be in this world that much, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like the way it looks. I like the
It
mechanics.
definitely has story. That's another thing that I'm like really excited about is the fact that it is the same world. Like I want to see how things change the same world in Zelda. Like this is the first time that we've really gotten to like go back in time and see specifically and play through what happened and changed the way things were.
Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
I think this is like the original one, right? Like the like before like any of the other Zelda games came out.
It's like Arceus.
It was-
No.
It's like Pokemon Legends Arceus.
Oh.
This is the beginning.
Wow.
In the beginning.
No, wait. Okay.
In the beginning. What the fuck?
sorry.
Cool. Well,
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild 2. I mean, sorry. Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Sorry.
Any last comments, guys, regarding it?
That was his last.
That was it.
comment.
Breath of the Wild 2.
No, it looks good. I'm excited. Kind of sucks that the game doesn't come with the special edition Switch. That's not cool.
Well,
That
I mean,
does shock me.
the
though.
the game doesn't come with the special edition Switch. That
Right.
was a lot of money for Nintendo. You know, for every game they sell.
Well, usually they just factor in the price, I suppose, right?
No, what
Or
I'm saying is
do
that
they?
the
I
way,
don't know.
the way that you said it,
the
that
game
the game doesn't come with the system.
Not the system doesn't come with the game.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why they chose to do that way. It's pretty dirty, honestly.
You know, I think it's because they're not coming out at the same time. Also,
That's true.
yeah, they're like I think the Switch is coming out like a week or two before.
This is them being them, where they're like, oh, Zelda fans are like
Mhm.
starving right now. If we just slide them this collectible. Yeah. I am that consumer where
I wonder if they'll do a deluxe edition, because that would be the only thing that makes sense to me.
Well, deluxe
They do
edition
have it.
regarding what? The Breath of the
I don't
Wild?
know. I don't know.
they do. It has like the art book and
Oh, okay.
or whatever. and-
So then
So-
that's probably why. Because if they gave you the game with the system, then
It
you
would
would have
invalidate the deluxe.
yeah the deluxe. You would have no reason to buy the deluxe.
I think it's either the art book or the guide, and then I don't know if it had the pro controller,
No, I don't think so.
but it has the amiibo.
Yeah.
Fucking
I thought the Amiibos were dead, dude.
Nah, dude, they're living strong. Mine.
They're quietly,
They'll never die.
They'll
They're
never-
quietly rising in the back again.
Probably, honestly. They had a good run for a minute. Like
Well,
Talk about the
I'll be-
amiibo.
that's
I
we
do
don't
recall.
talk about.
Yeah.
At GameStop, everyone looking for amiibos at one point.
Are they gonna release the Sora amiibo?
Oh.
That's the real question.
Yo, wait. That would sell actually. Wait, that's not a bad idea.
Yeah, but Disney's not gonna let
They
it.
wouldn't allow that deal to go through.
That's and he's the last one. Like there's
What did
like
what did
Iron Man
Disney
that are
have?
coming out.
They had their what was that
Infinity
freaking
or
game?
whatever.
Yeah, the Infinity Disney
So he'll be
Infinity.
a little Infinity figure, but he'll never be an amiibo.
True.
But I mean, Nintendo doesn't. They wouldn't even try because they don't want to work with Disney. They've said it before. They're like, no, because Disney,
Will eat us.
they will take over.
Yeah, probably.
because That is what Disney does.
But that's why I'm saying like Nintendo can be the next Disney, and I think they realize that, and they're like, "Fuck it, let's just do it. We can make theme parks. We're gonna make movies. Like we're coming."
Yeah, they're on their way, man. They're
I-
working it.
need the Luigi's Mansion movie. I need it to be a thing.
If it were a ride.
It has to. That too. I need it all. It has to happen.
They make like the Buzz Lightyear the ride at Disneyland, whatever
Yeah.
that is, where you're like in a little cart or whatever, and
Yeah.
you're like shooting like
Little haunted mansion type.
Yeah,
Sucking up ghosts.
yeah,
Oh,
that should be cool.
Just go suck up those ghosts. All right. Well,
right.
on that note,
Yeah.
I'm just a guest here. I don't know.
Hey man. All right. Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys had a good time, and yeah, let us know what you guys think about the trailer that came on. What are you guys' thoughts? You guys like it? You guys
Don't use that as a thumbnail.
You guys like it? You guys don't like it? You guys like Paul? No.
I'm just kidding. I was just
Yeah,
trying
let
to
us
give you
know in
some
the
extra
comments.
shots.
Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Later.
Please.